My name is Ashika. I love to read books and I love talking about books, so I thought it would be fun to start a YouTube channel doing just that and trying to connect with people who also love to read books. Today I'm going to be talking about two books, which are Skyward and Starsight. So these books are in a series of 4 books by Sanderson. They are YA science fiction books, and the third book is supposed to come out in November of this year. So let me give you a brief introduction of these books. These books follow Spencer, a 17-year-old human who's stranded in a planet along with other humans. So they basically crash landed there many decades ago, and now they're stuck there because of the lack of technology and also because of aliens trying to attack them all the time. And Spencer is the daughter of a pilot who defends the planet against alien attacks. But unfortunately, in one of these battles, which was one of the most important battles, Spencer's father gets killed. So the official reason behind this is that he tried to flee from the battle scene and he was killed during that process. But Spencer doesn't buy that story. Spencer dreams of being a pilot like a father. She wants to fly among the stars and defend her planet against alien attacks and also clear her father's name and to prove that he was not a coward. For this dream to become a reality, she will have to go through 4 months of training in pilot school, and she has to graduate that program in order to be a proper pilot and fly in the aircrafts. So this is where we are at right now, and the story begins after that. Now let me talk about why I love these books so much. Reason number 1 is the accessible writing. So this is a common factor in most of Brandon Sanderson's books. He uses words very purposefully. He doesn't use words that are not necessary. So as a reader, when you read it, it's very easy to process. And I'm not a huge fan of the flowery writing. So this makes it easy for anyone reading his books to read through it. Number 2 is character development. Spencer is very far from being perfect. Actually, in the beginning, I found her really annoying, but through life experiences and through her going through this program in pilot school, she evolves into a more likable character. And this is also true with the supporting and side characters. We get to know them as Spencer gets to know them. This lets us make that decision of whether we like them or not. Reason number 3 is it's very fast-paced and action-packed. So when I say it's very action-packed, yes, it has a lot of fighting and piloting and spacecraft sort of action, but it also has other events happening in the book that are very interesting. It's never boring. That is what I mean by fast-paced and action-packed. And also I got to experience a little bit of the adrenaline rush that Spencer experiences. I'm not the most adventurous person in real life, so I love it when books let me experience the feelings that the characters experience. And reason number 4 is the plot. For this, I'm talking about both books 1 and 2. Both these books have phenomenal storylines. I don't want to give away too much, I don't want to spoil anyone, but I can say that they're very different from each other. The setting's also different, but both of them are really, really, really well done. And trust me when I say, it's going to keep you on your toes. Like I mentioned before, there's never a point where you feel bored or you feel like nothing's happening. Reason number 5 is the secondary characters. All these characters, all the side characters are very well fleshed out. They have their own backstories, their own they have their own lives going on, and it never felt like they were written just to further the plot. Even though that might technically be true, they're needed for the plot, but still it didn't feel that way. It felt like they were just a part of the story rather than just to push the story forward, if that makes sense. And this is also related to point 1 that I mentioned, the character development. Brandon Sanderson just usually, in all of his books, he does a very, very good job at developing really good characters. Especially in book 2, Starsight, you get to see a more expanded view of the universe they're in. You get to meet a lot of new characters, and all of these characters are equally good. I'm not saying that you like all of these characters, I'm just saying that they're really well-written characters. So you get to learn more about them and how they fit into the story, how their lives tie into the story. And finally, reason number 6, that's not 6. 6. And finally, reason number 6, this is an excellent beginner science fiction book. I read more fantasy than science fiction. And even for me, as a reader, who doesn't read science fiction that much, it was very easy to get through. I had no trouble keeping up with any of the occurrences in the books. If you want to get into science fiction, it's really good starting points. So these are the 6 reasons I absolutely loved Skyward and Starsight, and I think you should read them too if you haven't already. You can follow my Bookstagram page if you want written reviews of any of the books that I read. So it's linked in the description box. That's my primary review platform. I'll see you with another video soon. So please consider subscribing if you want to hear my thoughts on more of the books that I read. Thanks and bye for now.